Hi, I'm Tuxedo Mask, Darian here, and today I'm going to talk about something that, you know, this is Sailor Moon related. Now, everyone asks me, where do I get my haikus, where I get my poetry? Well, one's a Japanese barred word learned word, the other one is a French barred word learned word. I guess the English words would be saga. Anyway, where do I get those words from? Well, I really don't know. No one asked me. But I really don't know. It was never told. During the first two followings of Sailor Moon, it was brief, but it was already there from the first, that everything I said had that. And everyone has a belief over, or a thought, or a beholding over why I do it, but here's why I do it. I'll tell you why I do it. Alright, I do it since I want the fiend, or the foe, or whoever they're fighting, to learn that whatever they're doing, whatever they're saying is wrong. So I seek to make a learning out of it. Now, some folks out there might say, well, Tuxedo Mask, how do you even come up with them? How do you even know what to say? Well, I guess it's on the bind, on the fiend, the foe, that Sailor Moon and her friends are fighting, I guess, at the time. And I guess that's when I come up with it. So if you have a foe or a fiend that's seeking to steal or has stolen something that doesn't belong to them, then something like, do you know that stealing is a sin? You should be ashamed of yourself, since stealing is a sin. You know? Or if a foe or a fiend is hitting Sailor Moon or any one of the other Sailor fighters, don't you know it's wrong to hit someone? I guess I'll have to teach you. You know? So it all has to do, it does with the bind, who the foe or the fiend is. When in some cases the foe and the fiend are the same thing. So that's where I come up with these, where I come up with those words, I guess. That's where I come up with the, with the scald writings or the sagas. I don't really know what you want to call them. I know there's an English word for it. Probably have to look it up. Because I don't think, even though saga is a Danish and an English word, and tale is the English word, I don't know if that's the right word to use for what I say. Anyway, yeah, that's where I come up with them. Am I coming up on top of my head, off of my head with them? Well, I would have to say, yes, I am. I mean, that's probably where it's coming from. In the first two followings of Sailor Moon, I would say them from time to time, but it started to become a thing probably more towards the end of the other fall, towards the end of the two break is when I really started doing it. And by the third and the fourth, by the 3 and 4, I was fully into it. That's not to say that during the first season I was actually doing it, because I was. But, and some folks say, well, how do you know if it is what it is? They mostly had to have a number of words in it, a track of words. And to be honest with you, I don't really think exact. I don't really think. I think I might go over the track of words that one has to have in that kind of writing, but it is what it is. Where they come from, off the top of my head, and I guess it has to do with the bind that Sailor Moon or any one of her friends are in, or the foe or the fiend or what they're doing. So yeah, that's about it for me. Hopefully I answered this to the best of my skill or craft to answer it. So that's it. I'm Tuxedo Mask, and I'll see you later.